Hello everyone, this is your Pokemon Professor Valken aka Professor Val. Welcome to Playoff Matchup Talks. Also, pickums for the big quarterfinals. The SPL D-League match reviews are here. By far you know who all made the playoffs and will be playing in our top 8 quarterfinals. So let's take a look at the scoreboard. So TJ almost won the regular season by a landslide by only just losing one game to Steve, who had the jump on him as the replacement, while TJ had no idea how Steve likes to run Steve. As it was a brand new change, Steve had 3 weeks to study TJ's game and was determined to make a 0-3 game into a playoff dream run, which he almost did by defeating the regular season winner. And him being the only loss, TJ surely made a mark for him in the league. Followed up with Dye, who had a rough start with a 1-2 record and ended up converting that into a wonderful #2 finish with a 4-week win streak. Followed up with Nova standing, making Cal and the Take Heart Magnifies win the regular season with 3 out of top 4 finishes, including #1. While Kurpie did finish 5, but Wiz and the Mew World Order did finish #2 in the regular season as a team due to having 3 out of 3 coaches in top 8, resulting in better overall team score. So that was it for regular season. Let's move on to your most awaited playoff matchups, because it's not the usual top versus lower. The 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7 is not guaranteed here. Here, the top seed chooses their opponent, and then for semis, the playoffs will be reseed. So if TJ wins his round 1 game, then he will be able to play the lowest remaining seed from the remaining 3 teams, including his own team, because there's no team in playoffs. Now it's all one coach and his team in terms of matchups. I know people can still help, but it's gonna be a coach versus coach, not a whole team. So you can still face your teammate in the playoffs. So let's move on to first matchup of the playoffs. TJ has chosen none other than Grandmaster DRey for his quarterfinals opponent. So let's go through this matchup ASAP. So looking at this, why TJ chose DRey, assuming he thinks he has the most comfortable opponent for him, right? Because he could have chosen anybody of the remaining 7 people, but he chose DRey, so I think he would be the most comfortable versus DRey, depending upon the game. And also I think they did not face in the regular season, and I think he just wanted to play against a new team. He did not face. And firstly, Holy Aloe. This fish with AV only takes max 42 from a timid bundle, not a modest, because he needs to run timid for Meow's Canada. Takes 42 max to max roll, and minimum is like 30 something. So mirror coat, and he just dies Oko with a mirror coat in return. And also Aloe is just able to eat hits after hit. His only super effective mod on him are T-Serena and Heat Top. Only trouble Aloe can face is a predict switch into Goth, and Goth can trick choice the Aloe. Like if he knows Aloe is gonna wall something and Aloe is gonna switch in, he can just double into Goth, have a trick choice item, and just choice it, because he cannot switch out individually, because if he gets stuck because of arena trap, he is forced to go slow like flip turn to go out, and he can be neutered, take the AV. So Goth is bulkier, and Aloe is stuck with a choice scarf or something like that. So that can be a thing, but I still think Goth is not a good mod in this matchup. We'll go when we talk about DRey's team, okay? So if TJ is able to get rocks up in this matchup, it looks very good for him, especially with Heat Top and Bundle. It's always easier to figure out if they are boots or some other item. They cannot be, open to run specs or any boosting item or helmet or some stuff like that. So boots, rocks are going to be very important, especially Jirachi can run that, because I can see it running a defensive piece here. Yeah, and Also for Mandibles, because if it's carrying helmet for Excel, Biaos Karata, that's also very good thing. Although I think Biao, Jirachi, Aloe, Lando, Espatra, and lastly either Kowal or Rotom with Scarf be the last piece of the puzzle for TJ. But I think Rotom prefers better because a Scarfer which is not, if it's logged into some another move, because Kowal, for example, is logged into another move like CC or something. With Choice Scarf, it can be trapped by Goth as a Revenger. While on the other hand, Rotom is free to switch being the ghost type and just can run Scarf, Volt Switch and stuff. And Shadow Ball hits hard from this little guy as well. So beware of that. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. While DRey need Tinketer, Cloaking, Titan, Chomp, Scarf Chow, and Unaware don't do so. I know. I am asking to let Bundle sit at home in a playoffs game, but I think it's better it sits out. Okay. For his 6 of the week and to take the mighty TJ down. Scarf BHO to figure out if Biaos Karata is scarfed or not, and it outspeeds everything outside Cycle and plus 2 Espatra because they both speed tie, and I doubt a back speed boost Ostrich is gonna be the play. While Tink can force Biao's item with Boca Berry and Pickpocket set. For those who don't know what it is, what it does, and why I'm suggesting this set, because I had this run against me in a mock or something. That's where I figured it out. I will read out the quote from the showdown. If hit by a physical move, attacker loses 1/8 of its HP, basically Rocky Helmet chip or like leftovers, how much a leftover gains, that much damage, 1/8 of its HP, and with Pickpocket it can just take its item from Biaos Karata for the bundle to be, not forced into Scarf, or Titan to be able to outspeed in the snow as well. So that's very good. Take a damage, give a damage as well. If it's sashed, you can, which I doubt it would be in a Chomp and Mandibles matchup. So I think that's good because Titan in snow is outsped by a Scarf Biaos Karata. Though I think DRey can do some cheeky stuff like that and make it work, but it very much in favor of TJ to win the game. Especially he was able to pocket his opponent, and he is on the the mental warfare upper side. But 3 games left now for your regular season record doesn't matter, because 1 loss and you are out of this, and this is the best time for DRey to shove TJ out of the top crown and get that crown for himself. So moving on to the next matchup, we have Nova. Nova, although finished up 3rd overall, but because of his team qualifying and winning the regular season, he was given the opportunity to pick his opponent 2nd, and he has picked none other than the big, where is it? Yeah, I'm unable to find it, sorry. Yeah, big A12, the A12 versus Nova rematch. They played in the week 1, if I remember correctly. Yes, they played week 1, and we saw some heats. We saw iron defense, body press, Sandy Shocks, while we saw Sig Chansey coming up from side of A12. So those 2 heats coming up in the same match in week 1. Oh my god. Although A12 has made a lot of changes to his team, he has made a total of 7 changes. He had Memesoid last time and non-Terra Jolteon. This time he has Terra Jolteon, Palossand, Screamtail is new, Hydrapple is new, Rotom Wash is new, I think, and Keldeo is new. I think these are the only changes he has made the entire season. Okay, let's move on to the matchup, and because it's gonna be tough, he just made the team switches to Squeeze versus Talon last game and was able to make playoffs. So his team might be not very optimized to play everybody, but it was to play Talon and at least make it to playoffs. So as soon as I watched the matchup, The Terra Water Rhydon looks crazy strong versus the likes of Terra Jolteon or just non-Terra Ogidogi. Water also helps versus Rotom Wash and Weavile at the same time. I'm saying, Terra Water instead of Terra Flying Lightning Rod is because Jolteon is Terra as well, and it can be, Terra Ice because he is going into a ground matchup, or Weavile can just be Excel and Shard, so which is very hard. So it's better to go Water, and I don't think so a Terra Grass is gonna come up, and the only thing which hurts a water type Terra over here is gonna be Hydrapple, which he can just play around. Normally I would always give A12 the upper head, but Nova here has the most synergy with his team right now, with the only change in his team is Jump Love is in instead of Blossom, while A12 has changed, like we talked about a lot. With the team yet, he has a bit advantage as they played in the regular season week 1 like it did, but I am waiting for another singing chance, guys. But can the balls be looking good as much as it? Because for Nova, Terrapagos, Walking Wake, Cinderace, Rhydon Terra, AV Bug and Runner Boom looks crazy strong of a lineup, while for A12, Corvi, Scream, Chansey, maybe for Terrapagos, Ogidogi, Keldeo, and maybe Rotom Wash or Hydrapple can do something. I don't know. Looks a bit tough for him. So I will be picking Nova as the win for second match of the playoffs, and it's gonna be a hard choice, but yeah. Let's move on to the next matchup of the playoffs of the quarterfinals. It's gonna be third game, and we have none other than the third coach of the team, Standard. Standard got the opportunity to pick his opponent, and he officially is making it Team Cal versus Team Wiz because he has picked the last remaining member in Dapper. The Dapper versus Standard rematch is gonna come down again. 2 back-to-back rematches and an official Team Cal versus Team Wiz. Now you know who's gonna be the last 4th game, but let's talk about Standard versus Dapper first. With Moon and Scizor being amazing into a size spam team, but now Dapper has made some adjustment to his team, and now he has a Volcarona being added onto the team, which threatens a lot of U-turns from those 2 particular balls with Flame Body ability which it has, while being able to hit super strong into both of them. If played correctly, Volcarona can be the MVP of the matchup with crucial burns and setup sweep at the end, as well as especially if it's able to get 2 Qs off, it's also gonna be able to outspeed Inabris with Scarf, and it's gonna be the fastest thing ever. Even the Scarf Moon, which can be brought to face Deoxys speed. But one good knockoff into incoming Volk, and if he prevents burn, and if Standard is able to get rocks up as well alongside that perfect knock, Volk has very little saving grace outside of Defog Halucha. Okay, so for me, I see Standard bringing something like Moon, Patronite, Inabris, Mew, Terra Rhyperior, and lastly Vaporeon because of the scary waters we didn't even talk about. Araquanid and Azumarill, huge power and Water Bubble. 2 basically huge powers, but Water Bubble can be even special. Even Surf with huge power buff. Oh my god. Basically they are playing Red with Fearless Prowess, guys. While for Dapper, I would love to see a double Trick Room size spam team with Lou, Hat, Entity, Volcarona, Halucha, and for outside Trick Room, and either of Azumarill or Araquanid for the last slot. But that's what I want to see, but because it will be epic. But I mostly think it will be Sash Dio or Double Dance Booster Crown lead with Lou, Hat, Lucha, Volcarona, and Azumarill to finish off the team. For me, I think Dapper has a very slight but very possible chance to win if he plays around Flame Body Volcarona perfectly. If not, Standard has much better matchup on the paper. So after the Cal versus Wiz quarters, we have the last two remaining coaches and two remaining teams fighting it out and guaranteeing one team out of is out in its entirety of the season, which is gonna be DRey from ShuckleKing and the Halucha Ring Party versus Kurpie from Leo and the Galarination of the Darmanitation, basically God, and I'm sorry if I butchered the name. So basically we have DRey versus Kurpie, the two top dark fighting it out in the final game of the quarterfinals, Grinja versus DRey. This is gonna be a very good game, and for me this game is gonna be the game to look out for, the game of the week for me. Both teams have amazing counters for each other. Many, including me, doubted and thought and doubted that no Rain Terra Basque Legion are children. Basically a Rain team with no auto Rain. But boy, DRey has done it. He literally made justice with a 16-3 record in just 7 games. If you don't believe me, let me show you. Just see at this MVP score. In 7 games, 16-3. Basque Legion Terra has been going crazy with Kaz and Shiro. The transition they made with Hoopa was very much needed, and 5 games, 12 kills, 3 deaths for him as well. Roaring Moon, we were just talking about, has gotten 12 kills as well in 7. Same for Terra Ogi Dogi, and Cinderace is like Cinderace and Moon are the only 2 non-Terra mobs in the top 6. 9 kills for both Cinderace and Terra Bro. Ursaluna and Chiyu as well as with 9 kills each. Like, I was almost, cutting it out at top 15, but then I saw Cyclazar and I had to get him in as well. He only played 1 game and Bro was able to get a 5 kill streak and incident. 5 kills, 0 death in 1 game. So that's the score. That's the MVP scoreboard, and DRey's Basque Legion has won that. So yeah, the doubters like me has been shut down. Amazing. And boy, the price would have gone high if not for Champs coming out soon and Terra mostly going out of the game. So Heads, Grinja, Lando, Basque Legion, Fez and either Arch or Mesperit looks solid for DRey. And I think a special Basque Legion, mostly female Basque Legion, could be the play here, with Kurpie bringing Dragon, DD, Dragonite, Darkrai, maybe Scarf to stop Battlemon to do some crazy stuff, Glibora to punish U-turns, Slowbro for sure with Blood Moon to stop the free Terra Ghost spam. The only way they stop the Water Ghost Terra adaptability spam is Slowbro with water typing and Blood Moon with the normal to stop that mayhem. And the last can be either Scarf Infinite or just if it's not Darkrai, I mean, or just defensive Electros. I think defensive Electros might be the play. Looks pretty tough for both sides, not gonna lie, and it just comes down to whose prep and box are gonna be better. So that's it for the matchups, guys, and hope you guys enjoyed the regular season and will have fun in the playoffs as well. It's your Professor Val signing off for the week. Take care and enjoy action-packed weekend. Cheers. Don't forget to make sure to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and also guys, happy holidays. I think this would be this is the last video before Christmas, so Merry Christmas to everybody, and hope you guys have amazing holidays with your family, and thank you so much for supporting, and love to you all. Thank you. See you guys with another video. See ya.